Hello friends, today we are going to start chapter 2nd, the Delhi Sultanate of class 7th of workbook exercise. ठीक है, इसके पहले हमने क्लास 7 का फर्स्ट चैप्टर कर लिया है. ओके, सो आप वो और प्लीज़ वीडियो को पूरा देखिए और चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, लाइक कीजिए, कमेंट कीजिए. ओके, कोई भी डाउट्स हो तो आप कमेंट कर सकते हो. ओके, द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज चूज द करेक्ट अल्टरनेटिव. ओके, सो यू कैन डायरेक्टली कॉपी डाउन द आंसर्स, क्योंकि अगर मैं ये रीड करने जाऊँगी तो इट विल टेक लॉट ऑफ टाइम. सो यू कैन डायरेक्टली कॉपी डाउन द आंसर्स. ओके, अगर कहीं पे कुछ भी मिस्टेक हो तो आप कमेंट कर सकते हो, क्योंकि मिस्टेक सभी से हो सकती है. यहाँ पे 23 का है कृष्णदेव राय. ओके, देन क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 इज फिलिंग द ब्लैंक्स. अगर कहीं पे कोई स्पेलिंग समझ में ना आए तो आप बता दीजिए. सो आई विल राइट डाउन इन दैट स्पेलिंग इन द कमेंट बॉक्स. यहाँ 17 का है भोज ऑफ आंध्रा. ओके, देन क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 इज पुट अ टिक मार्क, ट्रू और फॉल्स है, राइट और रॉन्ग. देखो, आप ऐसा आपको कई जने बोला था कि आप बहुत फास्ट फॉल करते हो, तो आप वहाँ पे पॉज लेके वहाँ से आंसर कॉपी कर लीजिए. ओके, इट विल नॉट टेक द टाइम. क्वेश्चन नंबर 4 इज मैच द पैर. ओके, तो फर्स्ट वन आंसर है इसका 4, 5, 1 एंड 3. सेकेंड मैच द कॉलम का आंसर है 3, 1, 5, 2. नाउ क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 इज आंसर द फॉलोइंग क्वेश्चंस इन 1 or 2 sentences. First question is which region is known as the Delhi Sultanate, the region of the rulers who ruled over the vast area of North India between 1202 AD to 1526 AD is known as Delhi Sultanate. Question number 2 is who led the foundation of Delhi Sultanate? How? In 1192 AD, in the Second Battle of Tarai, Siabuddin Ghori won a decisive victory over Prithviraj Chauhan and laid the foundation of Delhi Sultanate. Question number 3 is who was the first Muslim ruler of India? Kutubuddin Abik, the slave of Muhammad Ghori, was the first Muslim ruler of India. Fourth one is who is considered the true founder of the slave dynasty? The Sultan Iltutmish is considered the true founder of the slave dynasty. Next page. Fifth one is who was the first woman ruler to ascend the throne of Delhi? Razia Sultan was the first woman ruler to ascend the throne of Delhi. Sixth one, who established Khilji dynasty on the throne of Delhi? Jalaluddin Khilji of Afghanistan established Khilji dynasty on the throne of Delhi. Seventh one is what reforms did Alauddin Khilji make in the army of Delhi? Alauddin Khilji started a system of keeping permanent army. He introduced system of mark means tag and face means chehra for distinctive identification of army, horses and soldiers. 8 1 is which administrative reforms did Alauddin Khilji make? Alauddin Khilji made administrative reforms like price regulation, market control, boarding regulation. Ninth one, who started Tughlaq rule on the throne of Delhi? Ghiasuddin Tughlaq started the Tughlaq rule on the throne of Delhi. 10th one, who invaded Delhi after the death of Firoz Shah Tughlaq when in 1398-99 AD in 1980 to 99 AD Sultan Taimur Lung of Samarkand invaded Delhi after the death of Firoz Shah Tughlaq. 11th one is who established Sayyid dynasty on the throne of Delhi? Uh, Khizr Khan established Lodi dynasty on the throne of Delhi. Next is who established Lodi dynasty on the throne of Delhi? Bahlul Lodi was the first Afghan ruler of Delhi Sultanate. 13 who was the Iqta? What was its head called? During the Sultanate, the province was divided into the Jagirs, which were called Iktas, and the head of the Ikta was called the Iktadar or Mukti. 14-1 is between whom was the first battle of Panipat fought between Ibrahim Lodi and Babur. 15-1 is which architectures were constructed in the time of Iltutmish. The architectures named the Haz-e Samini, Shami, Idgah and Jama Masjid were constructed in the time of the Iltutmish. In whose time was Alai Darwaza built? Alauddin Khilji. 17-1 which cities were settled around Delhi during Muhammad Tughlaq rule? The cities town like Tughlaqabad, Firozabad, Hisar, Janapur, Firozapur, Fatehbad, etc. was settled around the Delhi during Muhammad Tughlaq's rule. Who established with Vijayanagar Empire? The two brothers named Harihar Rai and the Bukka Rai established Vijayanagar Empire. When and where was Vijayanagar Empire established? Vijayanagar Empire was established in 1336 AD on the bank of river uh, uh, Tugbadra South. Okay. Next is which dynasties ruled in Vijayanagar Empire? Sangam dynasty, Saluva dynasty, Tulva dynasty, Arvindu dynasty, etc. ruled in Vijayanagar Empire. Next is which town was established by Krishnadev Raya? How did he decorate that town? Krishnadev Raya established a town named Nagalpur. He decorated town with various architects, buildings, and magnificent temples. Next is when and by whom was Vijayanagar defeated? Vijayanagar was defeated by the Union of Muslim State of South India in the Battle of Talikota in 23rd January 1565. Next is 23rd, who established the kingdom of Bahmani when? In the time of Tughlaq dynasty in the 1347 AD, Zafar Khan established the kingdom of Bahmani in the south. 24th is in which independent state was Bahmani Empire divided? Bahmani Empire was divided into 5 independent states like Bijapur, Ahmednagar, and Golconda. Who established Delhi Sultanate when? Qutbuddin Abik established Delhi Sultanate in 1206 AD. Question number 6 is answer the following questions in brief. How many dynasties came to power in Delhi Sultanate? Which were they? Total 5 dynasty came to power in Delhi Sultanate. They were Slave dynasty, Khilji dynasty, Tughlaq dynasty, Sayyid dynasty, and Lodi dynasty. Next is whom did Sultan Iltutmish declare as his successor? Why? Sultan Iltutmish did not find any of his sons deserving the position of the Sultan, so he declared his capable daughter Razia Sultan as his successor. Third one is what did Siraj, historian of that time, admit about Razia Sultan? Minjai Siraj, a historian of that time, also admitted that Razia was more capable to become a sultan as compared to her brother, who came to the throne of Delhi after Nasruddin. Which important work did he do? After Nasruddin, Ghiyasuddin Balban came to the throne of Delhi. He destroyed the Chanchalgani force and overthrew the grip of nobles from the regime. He strengthened the king's position. Fifth one, which two schemes did Muhammad bin Tughlaq implemented? Muhammad bin Tughlaq implemented these two schemes: relocation of his capital from Delhi to Daulatabad, symbolic currency experiment, copper coins instead of silver coins. Sixth one is why were the schemes implemented by Muhammad bin Tughlaq known as an eccentric schemes? The scheme implemented by the Muhammad bin Tughlaq failed due to the lack of practically as well as lack of planned implementation. Due to this, they were failed. Thus, these schemes were known as eccentric schemes. Seventh one, what was the place of Sultan in the rule of Delhi Sultanate? Sultan was at the center of the Delhi Sultanate. The power of Sultan was paramount That means he was the supreme commander, supreme head of the executive and the supreme judge. 8.1. How was local government run in the state administration of Delhi Sultanate? The local government was divided into district and talukas, which were called Sikh and uh, parganas respectively. The village and village administrations was handled by the Gram Panchayat, which was headed by Mukhi or Mukadam, and the clerk and Patwari helped him. Ninth one, which architecture state Kutubuddin Abik construct? Kutubuddin Abik construct two mosques named Quwat ul Islam in Delhi and Dai Din Ka Jhopda in Ajmer. He started the construction of the tallest minaret in Delhi called Qutub Minar, but only one floor was constructed in his time. Tenth one, why did Krishnadev Raya become well known as Bhoj of Andhra? Krishnadev Raya himself was a scholar and devotee of literature and learning. He promoted literary art in the kingdom like King Bhoj. He wrote several texts in Sanskrit and Telugu language. For this reason, Krishnadev Rai became well known as the Bhoj of Andhra. Question number 7 is write 3 or 4 sentences on each. First one is Razia Sultan. Razia Sultan was the capable daughter of Iltutmish. After the death of Iltutmish, she came to the throne of Delhi. Razia was the first woman ruler to ascend the throne of Delhi. Minjai Siraj, a historian at that time, also admitted that Razia was more capable to become a sultan as compared to her brother. However, she was not accepted as a ruler as she was woman ruler. Second one is Alauddin Khilji. Khilji came to the throne of Delhi in 1295 AD. He was very ambitious. He explained the Delhi Sultanate by conquering North India, Gujarat and South India. He started a system of keeping permanent army in Delhi. He introduced a system of mark, dag and face means chehra for distinctive identification of army, horses and soldiers. He made administrative reforms like price regulation, market control and ordering regulation. Now next one is describe the architectures of Sultanate period. The architecture of Sultanate period आर एस बिलो यहाँ पे ये जो दिख रहा है कुतुब मीनार उस टाइम का ओके. First point is Sultan Qutbuddin built mosques named Quwat ul Islam in Delhi. Second point is he started the construction of famous Qutub Minar in the Delhi. Only one floor was his tomb was constructed during his regime of his time. After the death of Qutbuddin, his son-in-law Iltutmish completed rest of the work of Qutub Minar. Third point is Qutbuddin Abik built a mosque named Dai Din Ka Jhopda in Ajmer. Fourth point is the construction like Haz-e Shamin Ijags and Jama Masjid were built during the period of Iltutmish. Fifth point, Alauddin Khilji constructed the architectures like Alai Darwaja, Sfiri Fort and Hazze Khas. Sixth point is during the Tughlaq rule, Il Tughlaqabad, Firozabad, Hisar, Janupur, Firozapur, Fatehbad, etc. towns were established. Seventh point is during Sayyid and Lodi dynasty, the architectures like Bandir Khan's Dome Bada, Jumbaj, Moors mosques and Siabuddin's tomb etc. were built. ये इसका continue point है. Okay. Next is Krishnadev Raya. Krishnadev Raya was the best ruler of Tulava dynasty of Vijayanagar Empire. He was a great and powerful ruler of India. At that time, he won many battles during his rule. He standardized the administration of his state. He got uh, lake, lakes and canals dug for the irrigation in the state and enriched agriculture. He abolished some unjust taxes and gained love of the people. He established a new town called Nagalpur near Vijayanagar. He that town with various buildings and magnificent temples. Krishnadev Rai was himself as a great scholar. He was a devotee of literary art. He was a writer of Telugu and Sanskrit. He wrote a book called Amuk Tamalyada. He gave shelter to many poets. Krishnadev Rai had encouraged literature and art like King Bhoj, hence he became well known as the Bhoj of Andhra. ओके तो ये चैप्टर यहाँ पे एक्सरसाइज ख़त्म होती है. प्लीज़ वीडियो को पूरा देखिए, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और लाइक कीजिए और कमेंट कीजिए. ओके, थैंक यू सो मच वॉचिंग फॉर दिस चैनल. थैंक यू.